Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Salik. My good friend here, Al-Nass, asked me to speak a little bit about how I came to Islam. For the sake of Allah, for the sake of some of my brothers and sisters who may see this recording, I embraced Islam in 2006 in North Carolina, and for the sake of being brief here, I'll highlight a couple things and leave you be. I do want to say that with regard to the convert in general, I feel that the story is much deeper and much more vast than a few minutes, and it's unfortunate that people ask for it in passing. But since there's benefit in it, I do want to say that I grew up in a Jewish family in upstate New York, a non-religious Jewish family. And they didn't raise me religiously. I had some stages in my life where I got into some trouble. I got into some things that in Islam would be considered as haram. And these things brought me to my knees in my life. They brought me to near-death experiences. They brought me to complete destitution, hopelessness. In my early 20s, I'm about 44 now. In my early 20s, I became interested in poetry and spirituality, and I sort of blended those things together in the search for spirituality and blending these things with poetry and expressing it in my poetry. And during that time, I met a man who was a sort of sheikh of the Sufi path, and he was also a convert, and he brought all of these ideas from the different religions together and pointed me in the direction of Islam by all of it. He showed me how all of it points towards Islam, how Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is mentioned in all of the different religious books, and how it all clearly points to Islam. So that's the short of it, that I got into I come from a Jewish background. I got into some trouble as a teenager. I was brought to my knees by things and then inspired to search for spirituality, and this sheikh was brought into my life and pushed me toward Islam. What I want to say that I feel is most important, that is not my story, is that Islam is the most valuable thing to me. That it's like life after death for me. And that you should value Islam in your life more than anything. And that while a lot of people come here, we're in America taking this video, while a lot of people come here, I wish I can be there. Even with all of the conflict that may go on in Syria, or I wish I can be in so many places of the Muslim world that are called third world country. So what you think is good of materialism is an illusion. And what is good is what you have with Islam, what you have in these so-called third world countries. Forgive me if I was too long-winded. I love you for Allah. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.